true piece of history here. This is a deck from 1959. This is vintage. It's going to be 100 years old in my lifetime, okay? It is over 50 years old, 60 years old even, okay? This is the University Books 1959 Tarot Original Edition first print, okay? The first print runs come in the maroon box. This is the deck that has the pink unks on them. They have this gold trimming. A lot of it has faded over the years, okay? And it's the Hyde Park, New York address. It comes in a slipcase. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. It smells vintage. And these are the very famous tarot deck with the pink ankh. And these tarot decks nowadays run for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, okay? I've seen one sell for $700, for even, $500, depends on the condition, okay? It comes with 2 cards. I think it came with more advertising cards than this, but they might have with time, disappeared or whatever. But these, look at, it's so interesting. It gives you the address and it tells you that, it used to be $5 and the book was $7.50 back in the days, okay? This is the first deck of Rider-Waite that was fully in color, okay? And the colors of this deck is amazing, okay? It's interesting. You could see the cuts here. These are well used, but at the same time, they are still in great condition, okay? I'm gonna show you the colors. You could see the face with the shadow, okay? The 10 of Pentacles. They don't have the infamous, now when you're gonna buy a new tarot deck from Rider-Waite Company or US Games, you're gonna see a copyright in the right hand corner. These are before copyrights on this was a thing. And it's crazy to think about copyrights even being a thing with these tarot cards when the artist herself didn't get any of the copyrights or the royalties from this. It is a little bit sad, okay? But yeah, so they don't have copyrights. The colors are exquisite, beautiful. And this is the first true deck that was really, really, really printed in full color, okay? Because a lot of decks that were printed before this time, they had different types of colors or shading, but not like this, okay? This is when color printing really was a thing. I mean, it's always been a thing. We've always had color printing for a long time in the 1900s, but speaking of tarot decks, this is when it became mainstream. The really bright blue magician's belt is a big sign of it. And University Books, they've released other decks in a year, 2 years. They released a lot of decks following this first edition deck, and the colors are a little bit brighter or different in each deck. And I really do want the other ones, but they come in regular type of tuck boxes like this after, okay? This is one of the last tarot decks that you see in this type of original box, slide box that it's in. And I am a big fanatic of Pamela Coleman Smith and the original Rider-Waite Smith deck. I love all iterations of it with different shadings, different colors. I love the vintage ones. I love the modern ones. See the brightness and the hues of the purple, the greens in this deck. They don't make them like this anymore, boys and girls. They really don't. They really don't. This is a one of a kind. It is a rarity. It is a prized collection. I do have a couple prized collection tarot decks also from the US Games as well, and the UK Rider Publishing Company. The blue box Blushing Fool I have, and the original yellow box before the copyrights in the 1970s. Look at this King of Cups. Look at this color work. Like, how come cards like this don't have that type of line work? Look at this crispness. Look at this green. Tell me this is not beautiful. Compared to some of the new decks, newer printings of this classic, they don't stand a chance. This is interesting because the cardstock, it's like a little bit shiny, but not to the point of how nowadays looks like complete plastic and lacquer or something, okay? This is true antique, true beauty, true energy comes through this deck. This deck is more than double my age, or about double my age, I'm not sure, but the beauty of it is exquisite, okay? I'm showing you every card because they don't make them like this anymore. They really don't. This line work, I wish you could see it, okay, in person, because it doesn't give what it does in person, okay, on the phone that it does in person. And this is amazing quality deck. I love vintage decks, y'all. Vintage decks have my heart. I wish I could get the original 1910 Pam A, even a Pam B, even a Pam C or D deck. But y'all, those are in the tens of thousands and they're very hard to come by. But this one is a classic. This University Books Inc., okay? They are underrated. They gave a lot to, and was the first ones to give credit to Pamela Coleman Smith, okay? They were the first one to credit Pamela Coleman Smith as an artist. Most of the decks before that just said it was writer Waite Smith. They didn't even credit the artist, the woman, the true apprentice of tarot, the true spirit of tarot, the true creator of tarot. That is Pamela Coleman Smith, the modern day tarot. She made tarot what it is, okay, y'all? So big respect to Pamela Coleman Smith, a big respect to University Books. I hope to acquire some of the later decks that they printed after this first edition. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Maroon box University Books Tarot.